Good morning everyone. Today topic is chlorophyll pigment and its structure. Chlorophyll is the green photosynthetic pigment. So these pigments generally found in plants, algae, cyanobacteria. The cyanobacteria also called blue-green algae. Simply we can use BGA. The chlorophyll pigment helps to trap light energy from the sun and convert it into chemical energy. That is in the form of ATP and NADPH during photo. So the location of this pigment. Generally chlorophyll pigment located in a cell organelle, that is chloroplast. Is a double membrane cell organelle in which chlorophyll pigment is located. And this chloroplast and chlorophyll pigments together discovered by a scientist called Julius Van Sachs. Now here this chlorophyll pigment can get separated by using a method called paper chromatography method. By using this method, we can separate chloroplast pigment including chlorophyll and carotenoid and xantho. Now coming to one more important concept of chlorophyll pigment is this chlorophyll pigment is a lipid soluble photosynthetic pigment. It is a lipid photosynthetic pigment or simply or water insoluble pigment. Now we'll move on the structure of chlorophyll pigment. Generally, chlorophyll is a amphipathic in nature, means it contains hydrophobic in nature and hydrophilic in nature. The chlorophyll structures which is made up of with 55 carbons, and these 55 carbons or structure of chlorophyll pigment has two important parts, like head part and tail part. This head part is made up of with 35 carbon and tail part is made up of with 20 carbon, and these head part made up of with are having two components. They are porphyrin ring, and also which is made up of with cyclopentonous ring, CP in cyclo ring. And here this porphyrin ring is a nature of hydrophilic. It is a hydrophilic nature. Here hydrophilic means water loving nature, means it allow water loving nature. And this porphyrin ring, it is a cyclic and it is having cyclic form and a tetrapyrrole ring. So here there are 4 pyrrole rings are present. And the main importance of this porphyrin ring is it helps to absorb light. Now coming to CPR, cyclopentonous ring. So these cyclopentonous ring are attached to the third pyrrole ring with a bond called ester bond. So how means like this? Yeah. Here we have 4 cyclic form tetrapyrrole rings like this. Like this 4 pyrrole rings are present, and this is the first, this one second, and the third pyrrole ring, and the coming to fourth pyrrole ring. And these pyrrole ring and each pyrrole rings are connected to each other with the help of a structure called magnesium ion. Very important. The molecule which is present in chlorophyll pigment is magnesium ion, and this magnesium ion present in between the 4 pyrrole rings. And here each pyrrole rings are bound to each other with the help of methyl bond. Methyl bond. And here cyclopenton rings which attach to the third pyrrole ring, means here. So here there is a ring like structure which is arranged. So this is what CPR, cyclopenton ring, which is attached to the third pyrrole ring of the chlorophyll pigment. Now coming to tail part. Here tail part, generally tail is also called Phytol Tail, and which is made up of with 20 carbon, hence they are formed in chain, hence they are called Phytol chain structure. It is a long and hydrophobic in nature. Here head is hydrophilic in nature. In head part, the pyrrole ring is hydrophobic in nature. In tail part, that is hydrophobic in nature. Hydrophobic means water fearing nature. Means they don't allow any water fearing. And this tail part which is attached to the fourth pyrrole ring. This tail part which attached to the fourth pyrrole ring like this. So here we have tail part. This tail part or Phytol tail which is made up of with 20 carbon. So which is attached to the fourth pyrrole ring. Now here important note is if at a second pyrrole ring here, at second pyrrole ring, in second pyrrole ring, third carbon here is a second pyrrole ring, third carbon is having functional group methyl group CH3, then it is chlorophyll A. If they are having CHO aldehyde group, then it is called chlorophyll B. It means that the chlorophyll structure is similar in A and B except second pyrrole ring. In the third carbon, if functional group is methyl, then it is chlorophyll A. If aldehyde, then it is chlorophyll B. Now move on the structure of chlorophyll A. It contains carbon number 55, hydrogen 72, and oxygen 5, nitrogen 4, and magnesium. And the color of this chlorophyll A is blue-green color. Blue-green color. Coming to chlorophyll B, so here the functional group is aldehyde CHO. So hence the carbon number and oxygen, the carbon number will be decreased, oxygen number will be increased 1. For example, like carbon number is same. Carbon number is 55 and hydrogen is only 70, but oxygen is increased 6 and N4 and Mg. And the color of this chlorophyll B is yellow in color. Yeah. And one more important concept about this chlorophyll pigment, how this chlorophyll pigment helps in flow of energy. Generally from here, from sun, light energy will comes, light energy. So this light energy will come in the form of photons. So when these photons which fall on the photosystem, in photo generally here, photosystems are made up of with two components. One is reaction center and LHC, light harvesting complex, are also called antenna. And here when light energy comes from sunlight in the form of photons, and these photons will fall on the which received by the LHC, light harvesting complex. From light harvesting complex, then it goes to the reaction center RC. Once the reaction center get excited, then the electron which is present in the chlorophyll A, means generally reaction center are made up with chlorophyll A, and light harvesting complex are made up with hundreds of other than chlorophyll A pigment, means like hundreds of pigments together form light harvesting complex, like chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, D, E, and carotenoids and xanthophylls. All these are the various pigments together form light harvesting complex. First, the light energy will received by this LHC, and then it gives to the reaction center are generally made up with chlorophyll A. Hence, chlorophyll A is the universal pigment in each and every organisms like plant, algae, and cyanobacteria. So once the reaction center means chlorophyll A get light energy, then the electron which is present in chlorophyll A get excited, and that electron get accepted by primary electron acceptor. Primary electron acceptors. So this is how the flow light energy which flow. So hence this is a what? Flow of energy by using this photo. So this is all about the important concept which is related to the chlorophyll pigment. So now we will move on important. So with this we complete structure of chlorophyll pigment. Now we move on MCQs. Here I have provided 3 MCQs. Yeah, read it. Yeah. So which of the following metal ion is present at the center of the porphyrin ring in a chlorophyll molecule? Iron, magnesium, manganese, copper. Yeah. One more MCQs. Yeah. Here, structural differences between chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B lies in functional groups attached to the porphyrin ring. So just now we have discussed the differences between chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B based on their functional group. So read these 4 options. So identify the answer. One more MCQ. Yeah, chlorophyll A appears in which color, and while chlorophyll B appears in which color? So this is all about the concept of chlorophyll pigments and its structures. So thank you. Have a nice day.